Drake, the best thing for you to do right now is shut the up. Is Drake and his team wrong for doing this lawsuit against UMG, saying that the numbers for Not Like Us and Kendrick's side was artificially inflated by bots and all of that? We're going to get straight into that. First of all, I know Drake personally. I texted him today. I was like, Drake, look, you should be laying low. What's going on with the lawsuit? You need to be more like Tony Stark, more like Iron Man, and just learn from your mistakes and your bad habits instead of being out here acting like a YN. But anyway, I know a lot of people talking about this. I'm not here to read the lawsuit line by line or break down the lawsuit. If you don't know what's going on, I explain what you need to know at the beginning of the video. I'm here so we can talk about, is Drake and his team right for doing the lawsuit? That's what we're here to talk about. If this is true, which UMG, they did respond and said, no, that's not what happened, then yes, it would be wrong for the numbers to be inflated in Kendrick's favor, which is making Drake look bad. Now, even though, Drake lost the war regardless. Even if you think Drake won the battle, he lost the war regardless. So it's no argument in that. But any situation where two people are going head to head and one side is made to look worse than it really is unnaturally, that is wrong. It would be like if two women was having a twerk off, right? And they both great at twerking. Shout out Miss Twerksome. But it's like if Miss Twerksome was having a twerk off with somebody that also knew how to twerk good, and then like before the battle or during the battle, Miss Twerksome went and got a BBL, but the BBL actually looked good and it jiggled and it moved like a real, like, you know what I'm saying? And then she come to the twerk off moving all crazy, and it looked crazy because the other person, whoever that is, don't even stand a chance, even though maybe Miss Twerksome was going to win anyway. But now it look even worse because Miss Twerksome shaking this big fat, you know what I mean? It looked crazy. So look, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yes. The answer is yes. It would be wrong. Now look, Drake and his team need this to actually go through, because if they did this lawsuit and then it's proven, nope, none of the numbers were inflated, everything was cool, or there was a minimum amount of inflation, then it's going to look bad. It's going to look bad. It's going to look extra bad, especially because if y'all remember, right? I know the battle was months and months and months ago, but Drake was the last one to drop a diss. Kendrick did not drop anything after the Heart Part 6. So imagine this don't go through. It looks bad for Drake because he basically, him and his team then basically lied. And then Kendrick drop a diss on him, along with what's going on with Lil Wayne and the Super Bowl and the album Kendrick just dropped. It's like, Drake, you got to know when to just be quiet. Now, look, I'll say this. You got to keep, you got to try to think about this as just business, right? Even though there's some feelings mixed in, because it's kind of impossible to separate the feelings from the business. You got to think about the business side of this. If it were you, if it were me, I'm sure you wouldn't want to look bad more than you need to be looking. If somebody made you look bad, you want to only look bad the required amount it is for you to look bad. You don't want to look even worse than you're supposed to be looking. So, I mean, in that regard, that makes perfect sense. But if this is just like nothing, come on, Drake. And then the thing with the stream, him saying that, Drake, you got to be quiet, Drake. You're not really in a position. Now, I mean, it's Drake. So, I mean, he's in a position, he's in a position to do whatever, say whatever he want, do whatever he want, and move however he wants. But as far as in the public eye and the media, you got to know when to, like, no, don't stop staying. You almost 40, Drake. You got to stop saying this and commenting on that and doing this and doing that. It's just not a good look. What it looks like, even though I don't even fully believe what I'm about to tell y'all, but as far as how it looks like you lost the war and you're crashing out and you're being emotional, which I don't think that's what it is completely, but that's how it looks. If he just want to look that way and he, confident in himself, and, he just got that much of a shield up against the world and he don't really care, then okay. But you got to know, like, somebody on your team, your people, your family, they got to tell you, Drake, look, don't say that. Don't say this. Don't go there. Don't do that. Just chill out. Just chill out. Anyway, every time I'm about to play the game, I got an Xbox, right? So every time I'm about to press the X on the Xbox, it's a new thing some celebrity saying about another celebrity, or they doing something different. And then I gotta come on here and talk about what? It's gonna be something new tomorrow. Anyway, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 before 2025. So subscribe, hit the subscribe button. And I'm probably gonna see y'all. I was working on the Kendrick and Lil Wayne part 2, and then I seen this. I'm like, what? I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll probably see y'all the next day. Next Kendrick gonna be talking about Bow Wow. What?